And now, a party political broadcast by the Liberal Bancroftians.
For over 10 years now, the national minimum wage has been an integral part of British culture, providing our low-skilled workers with a fair salary for their day's work. But now, our government has seen that there are several problems with the national minimum wage, and we, our Liberal Bancroftians party, think that it's time for some change.
The reason the Liberal Bancroftians oppose the national minimum wage is due to its problems. The biggest problem is what producers have faced as a result. They have found that they have to pay more wage bills. How do they compensate for this? They have risen the prices of their products. When this has happened, consumers have bought less. No one wants to buy a product if the price is higher. In the same way, suppliers are not going to supply as much product if it's more expensive to produce. With less demand and supply, the net result will be a decrease in the UK's GDP. Now, in times of austerity, with the banking crisis, budget deficits, the one way the government can solve this is by increasing the GDP, causing growth in the UK's economy. One way of doing that is to decrease the price of products, to encourage consumers to spend more, to encourage suppliers to supply more. And how can we do that? We can abolish the national minimum wage.
Here is an opinion from one of the workers.
People like me, who are from Eastern Europe, it is hard to find work. Therefore, I'm not supporting minimum wage, because I'd rather have a lower wage, but something to put bread on the table with.
In fact, many businesses also oppose the minimum wage. Here is local businessman Adam Lambert, who has built up his fortune in the haulage industry. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
How has your business struggled since the introduction of the minimum wage?
Well, it's tough times. I mean, paying hundreds of workers the minimum wage is very difficult, especially for an up-and-coming businessman like myself. I mean, if they're willing to work for £1 an hour, I say, why don't I pay them £1 an hour?
Yes, so what would you propose to do instead?
Well, scrap the minimum wage. Everyone should be able to pay their workers what they want, including me.
So will you be giving your vote to the Liberal Bancroftians?
I certainly will be.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Here is local businessman John Smith, who has struggled since the introduction of the minimum wage. Have you had to lay off any employees?
Well, over the last month, I've had to lay off 10 employees. This has cost me in a loss of production, a loss of profit, and I don't know what I'm going to do in the future.
Right, so we're planning on abolishing the minimum wage, so will you be giving us your vote?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for your time. In conclusion, we know that the minimum wage has its problems. We have seen that the minimum wage can be frankly destructive for those that cannot get onto the job ladder, for those that have to lay off valuable employees. If you vote for us, we plan to abolish the minimum wage. A vote for us is a vote for the worker, a vote for the big businessman and the small business and a vote for the economist that knows the situation all too well. Please vote for us, vote for a better country, vote for one without the minimum wage.
What are you looking at?
John Smith. Stop it!
The reason the Liberal Bancroftians oppose
Production, profit, what else am I supposed to say?
Here is an opinion from one of the workers. Here we have local businessman Vijay Patel, who has also struggled since the introduction. Here is local businessman John Smith, who has also struggled since the introduction of the minimum wage.
You have to say the first bit.
What?
What are you doing?
Alright, fine, we'll just move in straight into the interview. Go on.
No, you have to...
So, has your business struggled at all? Have you had to lay off any employees?
Of course I've struggled.
Here is local business.
Leaning against... Absolutely.
Thank you for your time.